But it was really cool because it was like we had a full year in that rig of relearning each other or just re-dating.
Hey guys, and welcome to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where we dish on all things RV, full-time traveling, and RV maintenance. I'm Danny, one of the co-hosts of this crazy experiment. My wife Melissa and I, along with our great friends Rob and Trish and Jim and Amy, thought up this crazy idea sitting around a campfire drinking whiskey in Athens, Texas. Hey y'all, welcome back to the RV Trash Talk podcast. I'm Danny from 4 Simple Lives, and I'm here with Jim from the Vagabonds and Rob from Living Like Nomads. That's right,
Cheers.
It's just the dudes today, boys.
Just the boys.
We sent the girls shopping, and we're discussing all the manly parts of RV living. This episode is for the dudes who can fix anything, or at least know how to Google it. So before we get started, let's find out what everybody's drinking and where we're at and what's going on in your full-time life. Rob, what's going on, brother?
Oh man, we've been camp hosting the last 2 months, and then the 31st we were done, so we were making our way to Bend, and then eventually we're going to be in Colorado. So right now we are in Tumalo State Park in just outside of Bend, Oregon, and I've got a nice chilly Pacifico I'm drinking right now. It has been a long day, and I deserve something chilly.
Looks tasty. What about you, Jimbo?
Nice cold Pacifico. Yum, that sounds delicious. Yeah, we're still camp hosting at Fort Flagler in Washington State. It's another beautiful summer day. We hosted in July here. We're also going to do August now. So we're going to be here for a little bit longer. So it's been
nice.
kind of not many moves for us lately, but that's okay. Tonight in the glass, a wonderful glass of Kirkland Old Fashioned on the rocks.
Nice.
Ah,
all right.
very nice.
Yeah.
All right, Danny. What about you?
Is this your first time having that?
Oh gosh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, you introduced it to me.
I know. Okay, that's what I was gonna. I wasn't sure if that was your first
and
time.
I'm in Washington State right now, and I'm not going to pay the ridiculous taxes on the Syntax on booze up here.
Yeah.
I mean that bottle.
That's
Any place else that bottle is $20. Here it's $30.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jeez.
Crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Well,
How about you, Danny? Where you at? What you got in the glass?
I am in the wonderful state of California, my first time ever being here.
Nice.
I'm in San Diego, just outside of San Diego. We're at a nice little, regional park. It's kind of up on a hill, so we can look down on all the chaos of the city, but we're removed from it, which is pretty sweet.
Nice.
And we've been on the move. We were in Athens, Texas for 10 days, and then we've just been on the move. We were in Texas oil country for a couple of days here and there, spent some time in Coachella, California to go see Joshua Tree, and it was 110 degrees every day. So we were going to spend 7 nights there and 4 nights here, and then when I looked here and it's only 72, 74 is the high, we quickly changed that and did 4 nights in the desert and 7 nights here.
Time to pivot.
You ain't kidding. But I also have, inspired by the Rob, this is my first time having the Costco old-fashioned mix.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I knew one of you guys texted it to me.
It is pretty good. Yeah, it's great. So, cheers, boys.
Cheers, brothers.
Cheers.
Well, last week we had the whole crew together and we debated if RV life is really like you see on YouTube or if there's more reality to it. So today we're going to do something totally different. We prepared a few questions for the dudes of RV Trash Talk, but the catch is we haven't released any of the questions to each other. So we're going to get some real, raw, unfiltered answers from everybody. So I'm going to kick it off first and just start asking you guys some questions. I'll go to Rob and then I'll go to Jim. It'll be the same question for both of you. So, Rob, what are your biggest concerns about safety and security while you're RVing, and what steps do you take to ensure the safety of you and Trish?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. All right, so initially when we went on the road, I've got a couple pew-pews, and I was actually thinking about taking them. The challenge that I ran into was that it's different across every single state line. So I opted to keep them in the safe. We do have other protection in the rig, but we also have a ring cam on the door there. And it's funny, when I first went on the road, I really didn't lock anything up. I really didn't do anything like that. But when I put my surge protector out, there's a keyhole lock on there. I just lock it.
Okay.
And I'm a lot more vigilant now, just because I've seen stuff happening in other sites I've been at, that, I mean, people losing bikes, people losing a lot of things, and I don't fathom that. Like, it just doesn't, like, I can't see how people could just steal shit. Like, to me, that's very weird.
Yeah.
But I've just been a lot more vigilant about just keeping shit put away. So.
Very good. Yeah, that's smart.
Yep.
I guess you got to be careful when you're traveling all around the country and they get different gun laws and whatnot. So
yeah,
that can get a little sketchy. What about you, Jim? You got the question? You want me to repeat?
No, I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good. So yeah, very similar to Rob's answer. But I'll add that I should say we, because we do it together. We don't really we try not to stay in sketchy places. We try to stay in established RV parks. If the hairs on the back of our neck stand up, we'll get our rest for one night and we'll move along. And
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately for us, that's never happened. I will say yet, because I'm sure it's bound to happen someday. We try not to do stupid things. We don't want to flaunt that we have, expensive computer equipment. Not that we do, but I'm careful with making sure that my tools are put away, and
Right.
baggage doors are locked at night, or if we go away for a few hours, doors are always locked at night. They're always. Right now we're volunteering at the museum. It's like a 2-minute walk. I mean, I can see the building from where I'm at, but when Amy and I leave to go over there, it's locked down.
Right.
You just never know.
Yep.
And another thing I try to do, kind of back to not leaving my stuff out, is out of sight, out of mind. If they don't see it, they ain't gonna mind it. So it's done and gone.
Amen.
If it's not. So
Yeah, that's great. I mean, for the listeners out there, all three of us, I'd consider us experienced full-timers, and luckily, it sounds like you two haven't had an issue. I haven't had an issue, but the time that you're not prepared is the time that the issue is going to find you. So you got to make sure you're protecting your family for sure.
Exactly.
Sweet. Well, that was pretty sweet.
Very
You guys nailed that question, and you didn't even have it ahead of time. So let's see if Jim and I are as good as you guys
All
were.
right.
So, Rob, you got something for us?
Yeah. So this is a question. This is one of my favorite questions. So let's talk tools, right? Everybody has tools. When you first go on the road, you usually overpack. Wife has a shitload of shoes. I've got a shitload of tools. So, and a lot of times you're buying stuff on the fly. Give me your 2 tools, your absolute go-to, you cannot live without tool, and the one that you bought that you were like, what, this is going to be awesome, and it's just never left the box. Let's start with you. Go ahead, Danny.
All right. So, well, I think one of the first things I bought just watching YouTube and stuff was get an air compressor, because them tires can sneak up on you, as we recently heard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went out and bought one of the Viair air compressors, and probably part of that to say something you don't need that you bought. I did not, but I was considering like putting the onboard compressor and putting the air chuck in the back next to your license plate and doing all that crap. And it was like, just start small, get what you need to get on the road. And it's been perfect. I've had it probably 4 or 5 years now, and we fill up the tires before we leave every time. A tool that I bought that I don't, so I did in the beginning, I brought my weed whacker, my Ryobi battery-powered weed whacker. Because I was like, when we weren't traveling full-time, like we'd stay at some places for a couple weeks, and I was like, damn, like when's somebody gonna come weed whack this shit? So I carried it like the whole first year and didn't need it at all. And then we put it away probably 3-4 months ago in Florida, and now almost every site I've been at, I've wanted my friggin' weed whacker.
Now you need it.
So I didn't
tell you,
need it, but...
I tell you, that's one of the things I wished I would have kept.
Well, I do now. It was my take up space and didn't need it for a year. And now when I put it in storage, now I need the damn thing again.
Oh yeah, that's always the case. Always. All right, Jim, how about you?
Well, it's kind of like the must-haves. I did one up on Danny as far as an air compressor goes. I do have an air compressor on my truck. I have a tank. I have airbags. When I decided to do that project, I was doing it for the airbags. And I'm like, for another $50, I can get the air chuck, and
why not?
I always got a compressor. Why not? It's only $50, right? But actually, that's been 8 years ago now. 6 years ago. Anyway, so that's money gone, way gone. And I used it quite a bit. And then several years ago, somebody was doing a special on Amazon and ended up getting a Viair air compressor for 50% off. So I'm like, I want one of those. I'm like, that's a good deal. Even if I just turn around and sell it, I need that, want it, whatever.
Right.
So now I've got 2 air compressors. So I think I think I'm starting to have a problem with air compressors, because now with our new rig, I have a 3rd air compressor now.
Oh boy.
The G32 has an onboard air compressor. So, but no, and I've used all 3 of them. I've used all 3. So there's a time and a place for each one of them. So yeah, air compressor, it can be very valuable in your travels. I've used it for not only airing up tires, but I also carry a brad nailer, and I've used it to fix my trim. I helped fix a friend's step recently.
Nice.
In the park. Their step was coming off going up to their bedroom. So I mean, there's multiple reasons to have. You can blow air for winterization. And I'm kind of rambling right now because I'm trying to think of a tool that
you don't use
that I have been carrying around forever and a day.
Well, you just moved. Man. You just moved from your old rig to your new rig. So what did you find that you were like, I ain't seen that in a year?
Yeah. I think I don't use my brad nailer a lot, but when I have it, it comes in handy.
Need it,
I mean,
right?
it's one of those things. It's just like, holy crap.
I've been racking my brain with that too, because it's the same thing. I've pared down my tools, but I mean, for all the tools I have, I've used. I can honestly say I've used like every single one. Actually, I have a mini grease gun that I thought I was going to use, but I ended up getting a large grease gun to do the bearings and stuff, so I don't even use a big one. That's probably it.
Well, you got that battery operated one, didn't you?
Yeah, yep. And I've got, sweet. Everything else I use. Like my drill gun, dude, I use that thing. I've got like that mini impact gun. That's the bomb. Like I use that for absolutely every single job. There's usually a job I don't do that I don't use it. So I use that thing all the time. It is awesome.
Okay, I got one. One. It's not really a tool per se, but we had bought a bike trailer to haul Penny around, right? She don't like it. I've been dragging that thing around for almost 3 years. I finally put it into storage. So
there you go.
Yeah, finally.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
But you also got to remember that Amy and we've been weekend warriors and vacationers in an RV for many years. I was able to scale down and scale back up, and kind of fine tune my toolbox, if you will.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, it sounds like we nailed all the questions, so see if Jim can stump us on this one.
All right, so we've kind of talked about this on the podcast before, but now that the brides aren't within striking distance of our ribs and we have kind of time to plan and get away quickly, how do you not go crazy living in such a small place with the people, for Danny, I mean, you and your whole family, how do you not go crazy in such a small place?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm not sure we figured it out yet, but especially with the kids, like there's times where Melissa will take the 2 kids and go do something. I'll take the 2 kids and go do something. Sometimes me and Jake will go do something while Melissa and Emma hang out. And we, the beauty about the RV, it doesn't matter how small the RV is. We do this for a reason, because we like the great outdoors. So even if you just go sit on the picnic table and bring your iPad out there and read a book or search the internet. So we've definitely went stir crazy for sure, several times. But that's when it's like, all right, time to readjust. I tell them I'm going to the grocery store, and then I stop at Chili's for 4 beers.
Yeah.
So we definitely find ways to do it. We definitely find ways to do it.
Oh, for sure. How about you, Rob?
Oh yeah. So it was interesting when we first went on the road. We were in a little 21-foot motorhome. So 21 foot. If anybody doesn't know, walk into your bathroom. That's about the size of the place we were living. So you have 2 of us living there. Now the kind of cool thing was we were in a definite change of life, because all of our kids. I mean, we had 3 daughters. So all of a sudden, all the kids are gone. So it was like we were either going to buy a house or we're going to get on the road. So we opted obviously to go on the road. But it was really cool because it was like we had a full year in that rig of relearning each other or just re-dating. Like it was really cool. It was very, very different. But it was definitely some serious readjusting for both of us. Because, I mean, shit, I don't give a shit. You're in this little space, you're going to get on each other's nerves.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I mean, so it's like usually one of us will wake up early and go for a walk or do whatever. But we each have our own time that we do things. And then, I mean, then we do a lot of stuff together. We do a lot of things together. Hell, we run business. We ever run a business together. So we do a lot of stuff together. But we definitely each have our own times where we'll go do something or she'll go do something. And I mean, I'm being an RV tech. I go out. There's many times where I'm gone for a good portion of the day. So It's nice to kind of get that away time. Don't get me wrong. Love my wife. We've been married for almost 30 years. So
okay, don't fill on the number, Rob. Don't fill on that number.
I was thinking. Well, see, here's a life hack. So I bought one of those things that say like Rob and Trish, and it has the date we were married on there. So I have that. It says hung it right in the front doorway, so I could see it every single time I come in. So I have no excuse.
Genius.
For ever missing. So
yeah.
But yeah. So hope that answers the question. I don't know.
yeah, it's good. Hey, so if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna kind of keep the mic on that one, and because my next question kind of goes into that previous question.
Yeah.
So when you do have an explosion or a temper tantrum, like a little 2-year-old, guilty, I've done it. How do you guys handle it? I mean, when I had my house, I'd slam a door. I might slam 2 doors. I might slam 2 doors 5 times. I don't know. You go berserk sometimes. Well, your trailer is not made like your sticks and bricks. So how do you handle that explosion and be able to vent when it does go a little sideways?
I'll go first on this one.
Do it.
So I come from a yeller house, right? Like very loud, very yell. Like if something goes wrong, you yell, and that's kind of the way I've always been. And it sucks, but like my temper. I've told before we had this podcast, I went through this whole episode of what happened in the last 2 days, blowing out a tire. I mean, just all this stuff. And like, my wife is a very type A personality. She's a very strong woman. And like, there's times where I ask a question, I just want a one-word response. I don't need a whole dissertation. And like, we changed a tire, something happened. She said something, I exploded. And it happens in the heat of the moment. You're pissed off. You're just doing your shit.
For
but
sure.
Afterwards, I reflected. I was like, all right, I was an asshole, and I'll just apologize because most of the time it's my fault anyway. But yeah, it's just, and then it goes away and it's done. Like one thing that I will say, Trish and I are very strong about is communication.
Yeah.
Like because you have to be. Like you can't live this close and not communicate. If someone's pissing you off, hey, you know what? This is pissing me off. Can you friggin' stop, please? I mean, just
we'll talk about it when I'm calmer. Just give me 5 minutes to do my thing, and I got it. I'm gonna put my face in the pillow and I'm gonna yell at the top of my lungs at you.
Exactly.
And it'll be okay.
I'm gonna have a little hissy fit, and I'm just leave me alone for 5 minutes, and then I'll be fine. And
I'm putting myself in the timeout.
And it's funny. It hasn't happened in a while. It happened today. It happened today twice, just because of all the stuff that was going on. So it just.
It comes with the territory, though, and it doesn't matter if you're traveling or in the sticks and bricks. Things are going to go sideways.
Oh yeah.
All right. What about you? What about you, Danny?
Yep.
Well,
where's the wife at?
I don't know if she could hear me, but so we just hit 20 years, and it's
congrats.
98% my fault every time, self-admitted. And I used to be a yeller like Rob, and then the last several years, it's totally on me. I just shut down. I think that's what makes it the maddest is like I could go in the back bedroom and stay there for 4 days and not see anybody. And so I'm still working on my communication. Well, actually, I mean, this is unfiltered. I'm not working on anything. I haven't changed. I haven't changed anything, but you know, we're learning. Like when we were in the sticks and bricks, I had separation. I had a job I went to for 10, 12
Right.
hours every day, and now it's here. So now my 4 or 5 days of silent treatment usually lasts about a day and a half, and then you know, you just roll back into it. Like that's probably our biggest issue is we don't talk about it because I don't want to talk about it. She wants to talk about it, so I'm just like, look. And then probably the most frustrating part for me is because I have no memory. It's that like if we go more than like 4 hours, I'm like, shit, I don't even remember what I'm pissed off about. So now I can't talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Because
100%.
I can't make a sensible argument because I'm like I don't even remember what the hell we was arguing about.
Yep.
So to be fair, I have no tips for how you handle it.
I know that's the worst thing because the wife is an awesome arguer. Like I need a 30 seconds to process and then come up with a retort, and she just like pow pow pow, and I'm just like I'm dead. Just,
She's all over you.
Yeah. It's funny because then it'll be like an hour and a half later. I'm like, hey, yeah, but do you know? And she's like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's over, like, Rob. I already
I know.
won.
It's like I lost.
That's
So,
8 hours ago.
Yep.
Get over it.
I know.
Awesome.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yep.
All right, well, I got one that has nothing to do with feelings and stuff now that we got that out of the way. So we'll start with Rob. So here's the question, and this is fitting because we just talked about it in the pre-show discussion. So what is your most persistent maintenance issue, and why do you think it keeps happening?
I am stupid diligent about checking tires. Like I am. I know Jim. We talked about this a couple episodes ago, and I think Jim said he's like all over the tire. I am the same way. I am super anal about my tire pressure. Like before we go anywhere, the first thing I always check. I check everything. And when we first went on the road, I didn't have a TPS system. And the first or the second week we had the rig, we had a blowout and it ripped out half the underbelly. From that point, I've always had TPS. So because I just didn't know, that got me super, super hyper vigilant about it. And it's like it has saved my butt a few times. So that's my tip right there.
So here's like a confession of being on the road a year and a half and RVing for several years, and it's more of like a superstition now thing. I have never used a TPS system, and I've had one provided to me in every RV, but I'm at that point now where it's like nothing's ever gone wrong without it. So as soon as I put that thing on, I'm gonna blow a tire. So
Murphy's Law, man, I'll get you.
I'm just gonna ride that train until it goes off the tracks. So what about you, Jim?
Oh, let's see. My most persistent maintenance issue. Well, I solved that by getting rid of it. I mean, so our last rig had had 5 slides, and out of those 5, 3 of them were Schwintek slides, and I had problems with 2 of them, probably 3 to 4 times in the first year and a half on traveling with it.
Wow.
So that was, and I did all the maintenance on it. I mean, they're fairly maintenance free. I mean, you keep them clean. Some people say to use lubrication on them. Some don't. I talked to a tech that's rebuilt probably 1,000 Schwintek slides, and he says, take some little bit of lube and put it here. This is the first time I had it fixed, and I didn't know how to fix it myself.
Right.
So I hired somebody, and a really great guy. But he showed me what to do, and it's like, oh, okay, perfect. And I really didn't have many more issues after that. But then there was that one time I did, and it's like, okay, here we are in Florida. It's 100 gazillion degrees with the humidity. Let's rebuild a Schwintek. So, but yeah, that was kind of my most annoying, if you will, maintenance issue that I had.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like this is our 3rd RV, and every single RV I've had Schwinteks in 2 out of the 3 RVs. I don't have a Schwintek here. I got a slim rack, but in my other 2 RVs, and now including this one, it's always been the through frame slides that have broke on me. I never had a problem with any Schwintek. I fixed a couple of Schwinteks, but never had a problem with the slim rack either. But all 3 RVs so far, we had this one a year. I've had through frame issues with the slides. So it's like I'm constantly, every time we stop and they want to open it up for a friggin' sandwich on the side of the road, I'm like, okay, hold on. Can we squeeze in there and maybe not open the slide while we're at the rest up?
Oh, I mean, my rig is
No
6 months old, and I'm still holding my breath and listening as I'm operating those dang slides. It's like, well, all right, and it's not a if something happens; it's the when something happens.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah. So here's the
100%.
thing: is like I'm incredibly grateful that we all went to RV school. That's how we met each other. But it has made me so hyper vigilant that it's like every time a moving part moves, I'm like, okay, the joy is gone. Everyone shut up. I need to make sure there's no crazy sounds. And it's just like, it's made me like neurotic a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure.
God, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
And the worst thing is every time some little happens, Trish's like, "Hey, can you fix that? Like, you're an RV tech. Can you fix that?" I'm like, "I'll fix it. Just give me 6 months."
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I
You don't have
know
to
it's
remind
broke.
me.
Stop nagging.
Quit nagging.
Stop
I'll get it
reminding
done.
me.
All right, Rob, let us know what we got. What's coming up next?
All right. So here's I was having a discussion actually with a buddy of mine the other day about this. Moving from sticks and bricks and then going to, I mean, you're going from anywhere from, say, 1,500 to 5,000 square foot house to 400 square foot. What's the one thing that you miss about your house?
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, first of all, I clearly didn't have your money because I never had a 5,000 square foot house. Well, actually, we like would flip houses, so I tried to stay in that 1,500 square foot range
yeah.
so I could do the work myself.
Yep.
But something I miss is, it's probably like just kind of on the other questions, like it's the separation. Like that's why we do this. I love the kids. I love my wife.
Yep.
I love to be around. But it's like, in all my houses, I kind of had a man cave, whether it was another bedroom or I had the garage where I could just, go shoot some darts and smoke a cigar and, not affect everybody else. Now, if you're in a different room in the house and you fart wrong, the whole thing shakes. So there's no, there's no mystery about what's going on. So it's probably just the getting out and getting your man space. But again, like we said, we do this because we like to be on the outdoors. So now my man cave is a lot bigger now because I just go outside and sit at the picnic table.
Very true.
Amen.
How about you, Jim?
I mean, that's really close to pretty much what my answer would be. It'd be the garage or the backyard, someplace where I can just go and be either with my lawnmower or my tool or my TV and my whiskey, whatever, and just kind of just let the girls go be girls up in their bedrooms, living room, whatever. Amy can cook dinner and just decompress from the workday. That's probably the biggest thing that I do miss. But yeah.
Can we let's just Jim and I at the count of 3 will say what Rob misses the most because we know what he misses the most in the sticks and bricks. 1, 2, 3. Wood shop.
Wood shop.
Yeah, I do. I do miss my shop. I honestly do. Man, anybody that's ever watched New Yaki Workshop, anybody know if anybody knows what that is? I had Norm's workshop. Like my shop rivaled Norm's. Like that was one of my goals as a kid to do, and it was awesome when I finally was able to do it. But I definitely miss my shop. Because above my shop I had I'm gonna piss Danny off here. So above my shop I had a poker room. I had a whole movie theater.
Oh man!
And then on the other side of my shop is where I kept my boat.
Oh man, you were struggling, weren't you?
So yeah, it was that. That was rough.
You could have rented that out to us,
Oh, I know. Well, somebody bought it and made it into a whole mother-in-law suite. So, but yeah, it was like the ultimate man cave. Like it was fun. But I definitely miss it. I miss it big time. So
that's awesome.
All right, Jimbo, up to you, brother. Let's hear another one.
All right, so let's change the topic a little bit. And do you guys have any kind of a travel day checklist? You're making sure you got food, fuel, whiskey. What does your travel day list look like?
That's a great question.
Checklist. Yeah.
I do not have a physical checklist. It's all inside this big, beautiful brain of mine.
Yeah.
And so far, I've been lucky. I don't have to worry about making sure the TPMS is installed because I don't use it. But yeah, I mean, I think we did a RV Trash Talk tip the other day where I kind of showed the checks that we do. So I do checks in the site, and then just because I'm neurotic now as an RV tech, then we pull out and I do another check. But I guess along those lines, one part of the checklist, if we had a written checklist, it would probably say in big bold letters, make sure you've prepared something for lunch. And we have never checked that box because every time we pull over, it's always like we drive like 4 or 5 hours, and I'm like, gosh, I'm shaking a lot. Like, what's hot? No, it's because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten, and we don't.
Oh man.
So yeah,
awesome.
we have a mental checklist that we so far have been pretty lucky, but we need to master the whole feed yourself while you're driving 5-6 hours.
Yeah, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
See,
What about you, Rob?
I will give Trish mad props on that. She makes sure that we're well fed. Like I take care of everything on the outside. She takes care of everything on the inside. And it's funny because I watched Denny. You guys had your that one video where you guys like swap roles,
Right.
where you did the inside and she did the outside. It was definitely pretty funny. But I think we're gonna try that a couple times because the inside, like I'm sure the inside is not a chore, like or is not easy. I'm sure it's a chore, but the outside there's so much other stuff to deal with.
Right.
But I think in most households, women take care of the inside, men take care of the outside, and then we hook up and go. But same thing, dude. I am neurotic as hell. We leave. I stop. I walk the entire campsite. Make sure nothing's leaking. Make sure nothing broke. Make sure everything's. We don't leave anything. Like I am stupid about that stuff. But she laughs all the time. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Just checking to make sure we didn't leave anything." Because there's 1 or 2 times where, hey, we forgot this. But yeah, she handles the inside. I take care of the outside.
Rob broke up a little bit there. I know we've talked about it before, but the way I treat that is I treat every single move like it's my first time. So I must make 5 laps around the rig, and I touch the doors, and I touch the hitch, and landing gear. I look at it a gazillion times. But yeah, yep, very good. All right, who's next?
I think we're good for questions, but we probably could. We could probably market something like an RV trash talk move day checklist, and we could probably throw it on the site or something like that. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, maybe. Sure. I got one more for you guys, though. I got one more question.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm not talking about the women when I ask this question. I want to know if you lose your man card if you do this or not. Pedicures or no pedicures?
Yes, 100% pedicures. Manis, 100%. I don't get manicures. I get pedicures. If you have not had one, it'll change your life. So call me.
See, I'm a no-go. I'm a no-go on a pedicure.
If I need to give you my man card, here it is.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
a no-goer.
It is the absolute bomb.
It's all up to you. I was just trying to line it up a little. And Denny froze.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Thank goodness.
How about you, man?
Yeah, so I've never had a manicure or pedicure or whatever they're called. I never had a massage. And then we went on vacation a couple weeks ago, and I had a massage, and I had my toes did, and it was a magical experience.
Yeah, see, now
Right?
I can get with the whole massage thing. Those are freaking awesome, but I don't like my feet being touched. I got to get over that, I guess.
Oh my God.
Maybe we'll have to do that when we're all together.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, maybe I don't know if this is standard in the real world because we were on vacation on an exotic island, but we went and had a massage, got my robe on, and Big Bertha whooped my ass for a little while, and then they walk us over and we go get our toes did, and I sit down and put my feet in this perfect temperature water. This serene music is playing in the background. She gives me a glass of champagne, and I was like, I'm sold. I mean, not on the price, but I'm sold on the experience.
Yeah. Yep. 100%, man. That I was same thing. 100% against it all the time. First time I went, Trish had she had a gift card or something for it, so we both got it for free. So we go in there. It was a whole waxing thing. Like they wax your entire feet. It was like I 100% agree. It was life changing. From that point on, like every time she's like, "I'm getting a mani pedi. You want to go?" I'm like, "I'll go for the pedicure. Hell yeah."
Oh yeah.
Man, they'll sit there. They'll massage your calves, massage your feet, trim everything up. I mean, because otherwise face it, guys' feet are effing gross.
Oh, we're nasty.
Right? At least
we got nasty.
At least now you have somebody that takes care of them and they actually look presentable. So
all right, you guys might have convinced me to go.
About it.
You might have convinced me to
Give
go
it a
try
shot,
it.
man.
We'll
Next time Amy wants to go, you say I'm daring it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, just think about like if you've ever seen your daddy's toes or your grandpa's toes, like That's right around the
Oh
corner.
God, no! I run
And-
away from that shit.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
we drink and we drink whiskey, which has a lot of sugar. So the diabetes is right around the corner, and that gets nasty.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
Jim, that's
All right. Let me ask one more question.
Oh boy, out of left field, here comes
Would-
Rob.
Yeah, it's all good. Would you do it again? Knowing everything you know now, you've been into it for a couple years. Would you still do it?
100% yes.
In a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, same. Like
Yeah,
would not change a
for
thing.
sure, for sure.
Boom.
Yep.
Well, now that we got you guys hooked on that, we would all do it 100% again. Why don't we go with old boy moment? And I think Rob's got a great one for us.
Oh yeah. So, like I said before, we were camp hosting for the last 2 months. I am very anal about the TPS and the tire pressures. We were driving to our next campsite, and halfway through there, TPS ended up going off, alerted me, so I pulled over, filled it back up, and then we're driving again. And we are on this windy road. There's no place to pull over, and all of a sudden the valve stem blew off because the tire was at 0. And my TPS is blaring at me, so I'm like, there's no place for me to pull over. I finally get pulled over. I check out the tire, and it's completely deflated. So change that out, and then we make our way to the campsite. Okay, overnight. Next morning, I see that it's starting to go down again, and we pull into the campsite, and what the hell happens is that the next valve blows as well. But thank God we literally pulled into the campsite, so I just had to back into the site, and we were fine. But it was one hell of an old boy moment.
Golly. So this was
I'm glad that that's over.
You put the spare tire on where the first tire blew, and that
Yep.
valve stem on the spare tire blew the same?
No. The tire that was the other tire.
Gosh.
The valve stem
Okay.
on that one blew. Yep. So
That's
and it's weird. I've
insane.
not had. I have traveled with these tires for 3 years. I've had 0 issues with these, and all of a sudden, like within that span, that happens. It's just it's crazy. But so today once we got to our spot, I took the tires off, went to the tire shop, had all metal things put on, so I'm not even worried about it now. So
Were these
But,
were these the stock tires, or had you changed these already? And
no, when we first got them, they were the China bombs because, like I said, 2 weeks in, we blew a tire, changed it out with a spare. On the way to the campsite, we blew that tire. So we limped into the campsite. I called the place, and we just got the rig, so I called the place we bought the rig from, and the owner was like, "Go get 5 new tires, and I'll pay for it. Just send me the bill."
oh heck
So he was such a stand-up guy about that. So we were in Grand Tetons, which if anybody knows where that is, it's in the middle of nowhere. There's one tire shop. So I was like, I'm basically like, give me the best tires that you have because I'm not paying for them. And they put on some top-of-the-line tires, and like I said, we have had 0 issues with the exception of today. So
Oh wow,
But yeah.
that's great.
good
That's
old boy
crazy.
moment right there.
Yeah,
Never,
for sure.
always an adventure. Always an adventure.
Gosh. So are you planning on changing all the tire valve stems now, or?
Yeah, so when we were in Colorado last year or last month, the same thing. At one of the tires we were pulling in, we had a really big bump just before we pulled into the campsite, and all of a sudden the TPS went off and the valve stem cracked. So there was a tire shop right down the road. I went ahead and put a metal one on that one, and was like, the other ones are fine. So now I have 3 of the metal ones. So the 4th one's going to go on. Either if I have time tomorrow, I'm going to do it, or when we get to Colorado, I'm going to do it then. Because I'm not trusting the rubber ones anymore.
Gosh,
sure.
no, that's crazy.
Yep.
Well, if you want a stress-free driving experience, if you don't use TPMS, nothing screams at you, so you're good. You just keep on trucking.
You just go. It's
Well, that was
blind indifference, right? I can't see it
That
from
was a
here.
pretty awesome oh boy moment. Not for Rob, but definitely for us and the listeners.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, for sure.
So,
All right, boys.
very
Well,
good,
that's a
very
wrap
good.
on our Dudes episode of RV Trash Talk Podcast. We hope you had as many laughs and crazy Rob oh boy moments as we did. If you're loving the real life stories, helpful tips, and RV adventures, make sure to subscribe and follow wherever you listen to your podcasts, and also leave us a review. It helps. But before
yeah.
we close this episode out, we have a special guest appearance, Amy didn't make it because this is the dudes episode, but Jim is going to give us Amy's tip of the episode.
Yeah, so she worked kind of hard on. She actually gave me 3 of them to choose from, and I think this one is very fitting for the 3 of us and many of our listeners out there. So she chose. How do you know a man is thinking about his future? He buys 2 cases of beer instead of 1.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Amen to that,
Oh,
dudes.
that's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hope you guys enjoyed this RV Trash Talk podcast. Please subscribe and join us as we navigate this crazy full-time RV lifestyle.